Alrighty, this is day 6, I think, or day 7. I lost track because I'm doing this kind of late. This one I'm bringing some Seer gameplay. Uh, Seer, Seer. I'm surprised this sculptor doesn't ban Seer, but I guess I understand why they don't at the same time. I don't know. I bring Flywheel on Seer with Pallet Boost. I think Seer with Flywheel is a bit better with than Broken Witness because you can dodge a few hits in order to get more owls and avoid things. It's like a free dodge. So all I'm gonna do is this is kind of a weird area for me to be in. I know I'm gonna get, at least myself, I know I'm gonna get mind game very easily, so I don't even bother. So all this sculptor's trying to do is trying to squish me. If you want like any advice on kiting sculptor, like the best advice I can pretty much give you for kiting any type of sculptor, whether it's mid tier, low tier, and high tier, is that low tier, they're bad. They're just gonna mostly miss. Mid tier, somewhat decent, but also bad. High tier sculptors. I'm talking like high A badge, S badge potential. A lot of them will don't even have to aim. They won't even aim at where they're basically going. Like they don't even aim where their statue is. As you can see, this sculptor right here, I believe it's a high A badge, but you can kind of see they're not really aiming their statues. They're just kind of like spraying and praying, which can I kind of understand. But just know when you're going against a sculptor, a lot of sculptors try to squish you when it's very narrow areas, and I know it's like stating the obvious, but I'm just saying like when you're going in pallets, bait them, try to double back a little bit, step out of the pallet just to bait the statue, then go back inside, because when sculptor uses a statue, she's on cooldown. She can't use another statue for about 2-3 seconds, so you don't have to worry about that. So for example, if there's like a pallet right here, we're here with the purpose kiting, they'll put a sideways statue in the pallet to hopefully chip you and get a hit, but if you dodge it, you can immediately go inside because that sideways statue's on cooldown for about 3 seconds. I know they can use another statue, but it's not gonna really benefit you. So that's my only advice for kiting high tier sculptors. Just keep in mind, some sculptors will chase you that much. They'll just try to basically block off your routes just to get free hits. So there's that. But right now we're kind of in like a tying position because we have the Perfumer our second time on cheer. There is 3 ciphers left, and the Weeping Clown is injured, so the Weeping Clown cannot save again. So now I finished a cipher. I'm trying to get an owl right here. I'm not trying to play too greedy. I'm trying to avoid these statues at the same time, but I'm also trying to farm up an owl so it can help me out. I'm keeping in mind of where Hatch is. I always try to ping where Hatch is. Weeping Clown, I don't know why Weeping Clown's here. The Weeping Clown should be decoding. And if not, I think I have my game myself here. I thought he was gonna swing or something, and I wasted my owl, and I'm a bit of a bot. So now I'm gonna try to use this owl to use my 7 seconds of decoding right then and there. Okay, so that's another thing about Sculptor. Full presence Sculptor, right? Full presence Sculptor can hit you around objects all the time. You vault a pallet, and you can be done vaulting. The lock statue can still hit you. You throw it on a pallet, it can hit you under it. You try to go around a pole, it'll still get you. Fun fact, I wouldn't even recommend body blocking against sculptors. With statues, you can't even body block, because if you try to body block, the statue will hit you and the survivor, so there's no point in you body blocking. So now at this point, well, the cipher is not primed, and we can't do anything, so now all we gotta hope is for a tie. I believe Bomber's going to the cipher, but I believe this game was more of what's it called, pressuring. So now I'm over here trying to avoid these statues, trying not to die here, and then now Bomber's trying to kite over here. So here's the thing. When it comes to sculptors, breaking wheels, BQs, and the occasional, I would say, what's the other meta hunter? Occasional wax artist. They after they get their first kill, and there's one cipher left, right? My recommendation for mid tiers, low tiers, please understand this. It's not always a good idea to decode the same cipher all the time. That is the last cipher. That cipher over that the Embalmer was trying to finish is like 60-50 if I'm not mistaken. But there is no need for you to die just trying to get like a little bit of progress on it. There's no reason. It's called pressuring. A hunter does that all the time. It's called cipher pressuring. And what essentially that is, as far as Hunter, you pressure the survivors from cipher to cipher, hope that the survivors basically mess up, right? You hope they mess up in order to basically get basically free hits on them. You hopefully basically slow down the game just to hopefully get free hits. This is the sculptor, so she technically can get free hits on me. So now I would have died here. She would have been a bit more patient with her hitbox, but hopefully she wasn't. So now she knows I probably have an owl, so she's gonna try to bait me here. But I'm hugging the sculptor because I don't want it to happen. Hits me, and then now they say, I believe they say that the cipher is prime, so I tell them pop it. I don't want to get statued. That's the thing. If you have distance, pop. If it's a bonbon, a sculptor, and you have distance and you're like a chip away, don't bother trying to like wait for them to smack you. Just say pop if you have distance. It's better that way. They might even leave you, but never risk it. It's too risky because if you get down to statues, fireballs, notes, whatever, then it's a bad thing. Right here, she didn't hit me because she sees the coffin on me. She's afraid that once she hits me, that I'm gonna get to the gate. So what she's trying to do is that we're both bots and get run over by the train. But what she's trying to do is she's trying to wait for teleport. Her teleport cooldown is almost ready. But here's the thing. Embalmer did not put my coffin at the gate. He put it at hatch. So now you see she smacks me. I get it coffined. But as you can see, they leave. But my coffin is at a hatch. So overall, this was a good game. Managed to clutch up. Robert clutched up. I clutched up. We did a good job. And this was a win. GG. On to the next gameplay. Alright, here's the second gameplay. I believe this is a cowboy gameplay. Hopefully this video doesn't take too long because I know I got a battery notification coming up soon. So in this one, I'm in duos. I'm in duos with my duo cliche. This is just 2-man. And something I don't think I've really mentioned that a lot of people don't know about, and I'm gonna just clear this up because this is not a skill issue. This is more of a game feature. When little girl, right? When little girl is attached to cowboy, cowboy cannot lasso survivors. They cannot lasso survivors, and they can't lock on to survivors. The only time cowboy can do that is when the survivor is on balloon. When the survivor is being picked up by balloon and they still have a little girl on them, then the balloon lock on will appear. But otherwise, when there's a little girl on a cowboy, cowboy cannot lasso them. No matter what they do, instant lock on, nothing. It will not work. The only way to do it is if you keep the little girl out of you. That's the only way. But when the hunter has a balloon survivor and you have a little girl and you as a cowboy, you can still lasso. It's not going to affect it much. It's just it will appear. And then from there, also cowboy cannot instant lasso pallets. I'm not so sure about ciphers. I haven't really noticed. But in order for cowboy to lasso with little girl to pallets, you have to not full. I don't think you have to really fully lock on. I think you just need to get the green outline, if that makes sense. You don't need the full lock on. I'm pretty sure. Don't take my word for it right now, but like if I were you and you actually play cowboy, I would just do a little bit of testing on it to make sure and let me know, because I'm lazy. So yeah. But I believe the only things that cowboy can do with little girl on him is that he can still instant lasso over hunters. That's still a possibility. He can still lock on hunters and flip over. He can do that. He has to lock on to ciphers. Lock on to ciphers and pallets. To my knowledge, you cannot instant lasso. It will not work. You'll just completely miss. And I think that happens later in the gameplay. So yeah, I wanted to very, very clarify that because I feel a lot of cowboys do not know that, and it messes them up, and they think they're bad, but really it's not. It's just little girl does not allow you to lasso pallets, and I'm pretty sure does not allow you to instant lasso ciphers. So that's just something I wanted to clear up. Want to get that out of the way. So now what I did is that now that my duo kited out what's called tide turner, I'm gonna help out. As you can see, look, I'm locking on. I can flip over the hunter with little girl. That's not an issue. But now it's just more of me trying to kite and just try to help her out. So I believe upcoming here, he puts a tentacle here, and then she's gonna push. I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna do my best to. There's a pallet over here. See, look, watch this. I try to lock on, and I completely failed it. Completely. So I think what I need to do is that I'm pretty sure you have to get a full lock on. I don't think it's just a little bit of the outline. I'm not sure. Again, if you want to, test it for yourself. I, however, am too lazy and cannot be bothered. So yes, I just prefer to kite. So it is what it is. So now the one thing that I'm gonna teach you guys here is I'm gonna show you the great aspect of how to kite around trees. Yes, you guys heard me, trees. You know, the one thing that's on every map, trees. I'm gonna show you how to kite around trees. Don't do what I'm doing because it's not viable. But if worst case scenario, I will teach you how to kite around trees. But so here's the issue. So now I was gonna try to lasso here, but like she did a weird little curve. I mean, personally, that's her fault, not my fault. You know, I wouldn't have missed that, but that's just me though. And now all it's gonna really do is that she's gonna come back around, and all I'm trying to do is buy time for her little fuse button to come in. So as you can see here, kiting around a thing, the hunter could be bad, but that's not what I'm trying to say because I myself am not toxic, you know. So now again, kiting around a container, kind of. Here we go. Look, watch this. Look, watch. You see, look. He's trying to get a tentacle on me because he knows it's prime. You see, dodge. You see, dodge. Dodge, weave, dodge, bob. Look. Dodge. Another one. Look. Here we go. Dodged. Here we go again. One more time for the good time. One time for the one time. Dodged. And then pop. So there's that. I didn't drop little girl because she was injured. I know if I take the hit instead, he'll be more likely to go after me, which is okay because I have not been shared. So as you can see, I'm doing my best to just kite this out, do my best, and just I see tentacles, I'm not gonna vault. But no, overall, I hope that just explains a little bit of stuff with little girl. Again, quick recap before the video ends. Can't instant lasso pallets, can't instant lasso ciphers, can't survivor lasso whatsoever unless with balloon, and you have to get lock guns for those ciphers and pallets if little girl is on you to get to them. So yeah. You can do some testing with that. I'm too lazy to review it and test my own facts. But anyway, that is by kiting around trees, cowboy gameplay, and GG's.